welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be doing a full face of stick makeup. So foundation, bronzer, blush, highlight, eyes, everything will be in stick form. Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe. We have a good time over here. So let's just begin. I have my eyebrows done and I have my eyelids primed with my Milani primer. I would show it to you, but I don't know where I put it, so sorry. Since I am going in with creams on my eyes, I'm going to start with my complexion. I know, big shocker, I don't do that hardly ever. So first I'm going to do foundation. I'm going to use my Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue Stick Foundation. Partly because this is the only stick foundation that I have and I didn't want to buy another one just for this video. And I really like this one, it's really hydrating. Yeah, I'm focusing it on the center, especially on my cheeks because that's where I have the most redness. And with this foundation, I either use a brush or my Juno & Co. sponge. I'm using my sponge today because I wanted to. In case any of you were wondering, I wear the shade Birch 1.5 in this foundation. It's a little dark for me and I'm kind of sad because it's the second lightest shade in the shade range. So, I mean, like, I guess, but I'm really pale, so I'm going to put a little bit of stripes on my neck so I can blend it down since it is darker. I think that's blended out pretty good. Next, I'm going to go in with concealer. This is the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Hydrating Concealer. This little stick guy. I have the shade Fair. I wish it came in lighter shades. This is the lightest one. It's pretty sheer, which is good because, but yeah, I don't know if you can tell, but it's a smidgen dark, but it's a really light coverage, so it works. Okay, I switched to my e.l.f. sponge and I'm just running over my face to get rid of any excess product that might be sitting there that doesn't need to be. The heater just kicked on, so if you hear a humming, that's what that is. Now, I'm going to go into some bronzer. This is the Physicians Formula Sculpting Bronzer in the shade Toffee. And I like to warm it up on the back of my hand first to get it all soft so it's easier to blend. Then I like to take my sponge. I'm going to use my e.l.f. sponge pretty much from here on out now. I'm going to place this beginning right underneath my cheekbone, and then I blend up from there. I don't blend down, just up and over. And I mean, I don't have a huge forehead, but it's not super small either. But if I get a little bit too heavy-handed with bronzer, it can make it look like my forehead's like that big. So I only try to warm up around my hairline. And with whatever's left on my sponge after I've done this little area, then I go in the middle, just so I can connect each side of my forehead. However far or not far you put your bronzer up there depends on the shape and size of your forehead, or what shape you want to give your forehead. I'm just working with whatever product is on my face and bringing it down to my cheeks to warm it up a little bit so it's not so flat. And then on my ears, then I'm going to do the other side. I decided to experiment with my hair and part it on the opposite side that I normally do, and it's fine. It's fine. I don't love it, but I don't hate it. I'm going to take whatever is left on the back of my hand and gently pounce it on the sides of my nose and along my jaw. Okay, since I'm working with the bronzer, I'm actually going to put a little bit more on my hand and just put it in my crease for a little transition shade since we're here. And I'm just going to pop that right there really lightly, like I'm barely touching the bristles to my skin. Just want to let wash. I love cream products since I have a drier skin. I'm bringing the bronzer with whatever's left on my brush kind of into this little area right beneath where my brow starts, because I don't know, I feel like it. I think I'm going to do highlight next since that's what I like always do with the order of my cheek products anyway, because I like how more natural it looks. And I have these Colourpop light sticks. I have the shade Bullseye, which is what I want to use, but it's too dark. So I'm going to mix it with Urth to lighten it up a little bit. It will make it a little bit of a pinky gold, but that's okay. So I'm going to put it on my hand again. So as you can see, there are the two colors. And I'm just going to use my finger and mix it up. This still might be too dark, but I really wanted to use that gold one, so here we are. I'm going to put it right on my cheekbone, then blend it with my sponge. I took some on my sponge from my hand so as to not soak up some of the product. I can't tell. It might be just like a hair, a teeny tiny hair. Too dark. But I quite like it. Oh, I forgot the shade Bullseye has glitter in it. Daggum it. Yeah, it does. Oh. That's not my favorite. Oh well. Oh well. What can you do? What can you do? What can you do? Answer, nothing. Because it washes off. I'm gonna put a little bit in between my nose and kind of around the tip of my nose and whatever's left on my chin. And then blend that out. Now for blush. I'm going to be mixing two. I'm doing a lot of mixing today, but I really like the finish of this and the color of this milk. But I really wanted to use this blush stick in the shade Under Pressure. It's this really beautiful, vibrant, orangey color, and it's so pretty. So I'm going to mix it a little bit. I think I want the more brighter color on the apples of my cheeks, and then I'll fade it with the milk one. So I'm going to put both on the back of my hand, and then I will start up here with the milk one. Actually, I'm just going to put it, I like putting this milk one directly on my cheeks. I'm just going to put it, I'm going to stop like right here, and then I'm going to blend this in and pull it up a little bit onto my temples. Now I'm going to put the Colourpop one on. These Colourpop ones are a little bit more stiff, so I have to warm them on the back of my hand first. That milk one's really soft. I think I'm just gonna blend this on with my fingers. It's really nice and vibrant and springy. Ooh, I got too close. Taking my sponge and just really lightly going over everything to make sure it's nice and blended together. I'm taking what's left on my sponge and just putting it on my nose and my chin. So I don't know if this counts, but I have a Colourpop Just a Tint crayon. I mean, a crayon is kind of like a stick, right? But I don't really have a color dark enough for the outer portion, so I really wanted to use this. This is in the shade Cutie Fruity. And it's this really nice deep cherry color. I just wanted to put this on the very outer corner. And then that same brush I used for the bronzer, I'm going to blend this out. And I'm using little pressing motions because this is a cream. I think I need a little bit more on this side. So we shall add that. This eye look will definitely crease on my oily lids, but that's okay. Now I'm going to put some more of that blush shade Under Pressure on my hand and warm it up with my finger. And I'm just going to like apply this directly from my finger onto my eye all the way to the inner corner. That's so pretty. I have some boo-boos I need to clean up. Maybe I should have done my eyes first anyways. Ooh. Okay, I put some of that Under Pressure color on a brush and I'm kind of very lightly buffing it into this inner portion of my eye socket because I can. And then I'm going to take a flat brush. There's still some of Under Pressure on my hand. I'm going to run it along my lower lash line. I keep going back and forth between my eyes with that Under Pressure shade just to intensify it till I get happy with what I have. I'm going to take my finger and press along the edge. Okay, now I'm going to take a little bit of that lip color, Cutie Fruity, and get that on my brush, and I'm going to put it on the outer corner here. I'm just using this brush to apply it, and then I'm using my finger to blend it out and soften that edge. I'm going to take an eyeliner now, and eyeliner is like a mini stick, right? Like a teeny tiny little mini stick. I'm going to take this and I'm going to put it really super close to my lash line, just to add a little teensy bit of definition, and then I'm pulling it down onto my lower lash line as well because I just felt like it. Okay, this foundation on my lips is totally driving me nuts, so I have to wipe it off. Ooh. I forgot to tell you what color this was. This is a Colourpop cream gel liner in the shade Get Paid. It's like this really pretty copper color. My skin doesn't feel tacky at all, even though everything's like a creamy stick type formula. I really want inner corner highlight, and the only thing that I have light enough to do that is the light stick in the shade So I'm going to get this little round guy from the Colourpop brush roll. It is a E20. So how are you all doing with the whole stay-at-home business? Honestly, I haven't really noticed any difference in my life. I just leave my house to go to the grocery store. I do still go to my mom's house, but she doesn't go anywhere and we don't go anywhere, so I mean, it's not really a big deal. The only thing that I'm really upset about is that I'm not able to go to the plant nursery. There is a little, actually it's kind of a bigger one. I have a little annual garden in my front yard, and I love to change up what kind of flowers that I have. And I'm also starting an herb garden along the side of my house. And I've just really been wanting to go there, and it's closed, obviously. So that's really all I've been sad about. For the most part, nothing's really changed for me. And I kind of enjoy not feeling the pressure to like have to go out and go do things, because I am a massive introvert, so I prefer to stay home anyways and relax, watch TV, clean my house, make it look all pretty, and play with makeup. So yeah, the only thing that's been making me really upset is not being able to go buy plants, but that's okay. I think I'm going to set my face just a teensy bit in the center. Just take a teeny tiny bit, and I'm just going to very lightly press around my nose and on my forehead, on my chin, and around my smile lines. And since I do have a toddler who likes to grab my cheeks, I'm going to kind of lightly put some powder here where she likes to grab my face. I think that's good enough. I'm gonna put my mascara on and then I'll be right back. Alright, I am back. For my mascara, I use the CoverGirl Flourish mascara, and I also use the CoverGirl Amplify Primer. I bought this mascara to use during my more like no makeup-y days, because I was like, oh, that looks like a really nice, just soft mascara, but also will make it actually look like I have eyelashes. But without this primer, it doesn't do anything. Maybe just tints my lashes. But together, the combination makes really nice fluttery lashes that I use for more softer makeup looks. I'm going to set my makeup with the Colourpop Pretty Fresh Spray. I love the smell of this spray. It's so good, and I am almost out, and Ulta is closed, and Colourpop isn't shipping, so yay me. I'm going to take my sponge and very lightly press my peach fuzz down. While I think about what I want to do for lips, I'm going to put some brow gel on. I'm using my Colourpop Brow Boss Gel, and I like to rake backwards from the tail working in the front. My eyebrow hairs kind of grow not just to the side, but kind of like at a downward angle, so I have to kind of push them up and let them sit there for a minute, and then go back over and groom them. So these aren't the best brows I've ever done, but you know what? I don't care today. So figured out what to do for lips. I'm going to use two Adjusted Tint crayons. I'm going to use Cutie Fruity, which I used on the eyes, and then I'm going to use the color Z Boys. So first I'm going to put Cutie Fruity along the inside, and then kind of on the corner, and then I'm going to fill in the rest of my lips with the shade Z Boys. I love the smell of these. Just kind of creating a gradient between the two. So that is it. This is the finished look using all cream products. Well, stick products. Don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell so you'll be notified every single time I upload a video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye! So I'm bringing the, thank you. Use this Colourpop Lite, and okay, who is texting me? Don't drop it. Okay, alright, what do I need to do next? Oh my gosh.